dive into this. What is self-mastery techniques? Number one, you can write this in your book as well. So this is going to be on page 11. So it is a specific set of tools for the mind that allows you to create change. Number two is a step-by-step system for change. Once we get into next week and we actually dive into the self-mastery session, it's literally word for word. Okay, so very, very powerful, very, very easy to use. And this is probably by far my, most exciting point. I truly believe that it is the evolution of change. If you think about a Nokia 3315 or whatever it was, remember the old school bricks that we all used to have? They were like indestructible, right? The technology compared to your iPhone or your Samsung or your phone now is very, very different. It has replaced 100 different things into one device. I look at change work the same way. It's like we have timeless wisdom, but we're still using them in old school ways as we evolve. I just think it can be so much simpler and so much easier, right? And obviously this is what we're here doing right now. So it's the evolution of change work. It's the evolution of NLP, timeline therapy, hypnosis. There's so many different aspects and so many different models that this has been drawn from. It's like modeling the model. You're refining whatever it is that you're going through. So that's what it actually is. What is it to someone else? Well, it's very similar to, everything I've been teaching for a very long time. It's literally like having the user manual for your mind. It's like, do you know how you work? If the answer is no, you're probably going to be in danger in some way, shape, or form. Number two, it's like having the master key to your mind. How would you love the master key to open up different doors to opportunities within your life? I don't know too many people that would be like, nah, I'm okay, thanks. And then number three is a step-by-step playbook on how you can create rapid and long-lasting change in your life. Remember that I said right at the very start of this training, this process is you're teaching other people to do it while they do it themselves, like with you. All right, so here we go. How does it actually work? How does it actually work? How does all this stuff actually create results in someone's life? So it works by using the active imagination and perception of the individual to bring back peace and balance into their life. When you bring people's perception back into balance, their so-called problem is not a problem anymore. Why is that? 9.9 times out of 10, people would describe their problems as something that is bringing them things that they do not want. Why does someone not classify $1 million? If I just gave them $1 million tomorrow, why do they classify that as that's not a problem? Most people would be like, oh my God, that's the fucking best thing ever, wouldn't they? They'd be like, oh my God, that is the best thing ever. That will solve all my problems. The reason why is because within their perception, they believe that $1 million to bring way more benefits than drawbacks. But that's not true, because within the yin and yang, within this sucker, you can't have that. There's no such thing as a double or a one-sided coin. There's always a benefit, there's always a drawback. So why do people say, oh my God, that's a problem? Because they think that problem, that thing is causing them more drawbacks than benefits. But that's not true. It's only true within their mind because they've deleted the drawbacks or the benefits. So once you can bring someone's mind back into balance, if you could just get this one thing right now, you've pretty much won the game. All right, I learned this from Alan Watts. He's like, fundamentally, everything is yin and yang. Once you know that, there's not much else to learn. Now, when I actually got that, my world flipped upside down. I literally changed pretty much a lot of the things that I was doing because I understood, holy shit, the only reason why people are going through their life and they've got problems or challenges or they've got successes and achievements is because of their perception. Because everything is always present. And people say, oh my God, well, that's a problem. Why is that a problem? Well, it's causing me this, this, and this. What's the benefits of it? There are no benefits of it. That's not true. That's your perception. What's the benefits of it? Oh, well, the benefits are blank, blank, and blank. And all of a sudden, how do you feel? Oh my God, I feel so much better. And why do you feel better? Because within inside you, that that inner guidance system, whatever it is wanting you to keep balanced. It's not wanting you to be all over the shop. It wants to be neutral. It wants to be, at peace with nature, and you are nature itself. Okay, so number 2, working directly with the unconscious mind to clear out and transform limitations. Once again, these so-called limitations at the unconscious levels, they're just imbalanced perceptions that people don't know about. So when you can go through a process and you can help them balance out their life themselves, oh my goodness, a lot of things start to change. Imagine if you had someone come in, right? Let's play this game. Imagine you had someone come into your office, someone come into your online training, and they've got all these challenges and problems, don't they? Now, they could be like a quality problem, as in like, I've got all this money and I don't know what to do with it. Okay, well, that's probably a quality problem. I'd rather that than being like, well, I'm going to drop dead soon. Okay, so there's different gauges of problems. But if they truly came into your life and then for whatever way, reason, shape or form, you did something with them and all of a sudden, in their perception, there are no such thing as problems, how do you think that they would think, feel, and act? Would it be different than before? Hugely, right? So if someone doesn't believe that they have problems, guess what they don't have? They probably don't have problems. Does that mean that they still don't have to go through life and they have to do stuff? Absolutely not. They've still got to do things, but the way that they look at them, the meaning that they attract to them are going to be very different. Okay, so that's where the unconscious mind comes into play, because it stores all these beliefs, all these values, the things that we believe to be true, all the perceptions from the past. And if you've got a whole bunch of perceptions from the past that are imbalanced, things are happening in the now moment to get your attention and be like, hey, there's a whole bunch of shit back here that we're out of balance with. And it'll keep happening within that person's life until they sort it out. And depending on what you believe in, it'll happen for lifetimes. They'll come back, they'll keep revisiting it. All right, and then number 3, using the power of language and specific questions to unlock hidden potential. This is probably by far like my most sort of, like exciting part of it. You understand that you can ask like one question that can completely flip someone's world around, where someone else who didn't know that question would have to try 10 or 15 or 20 other different things. When you know those little questions that, that really get people, thinking about different things, you don't have to do that much. You can listen to whatever's going on within their life, and then you can dive into your toolbox of questions and be like, great, what's the one question that's going to allow them to unlock whatever it is that they want to do? So for example, someone that says, oh, I'm not a successful person. I can't be successful. You could say to them, could an unsuccessful person create the life that you're living right now? And that's one insignificant sounding question, but for that person, it will blow their mind. You say, no, I really want you to think about it. Could an unsuccessful person create the life that you're living right now? Now, what do you think the answer to that question is going to be? They're probably going to say no. So in that case, by default, they must be a successful person, correct? Because they've created the life that they're creating right now. But the perception was imbalanced, was unbalanced just a few moments ago of them thinking that they are not a successful person. Now, it's very different of someone calling themselves successful and what they think success should be. And then obviously you get to the root cause, and it's like, well, the root cause is not them, it's their perception of where they should be. And where you should be comes from other people. It doesn't come from you. It's a comparison.